Pinehurst.
Yeah.
You remember that he played the first round in knickers
That's true.
in memory of Payne Stewart. So you know where his mindset is.
That's fair. Yeah, no. So, and I like Ricky. I hope he. I'd love to see him up there because there's a lot of people that root for him too. That's the other thing. He's a big name. Other notable guys at -2. We already mentioned Adam Scott and Lingmerth, but Zach Johnson, the Old Faithful, always playing good golf. And Webb Simpson, by the way, is at -2. Long awkward pause since we kind of made fun of him last episode.
Well, we didn't make fun of him. We talked about, and you posed the question: was his U.S. Open win a fluke? And,
sure.
You did rebuke by saying anybody that wins the U.S. Open, it's got to be a world-class player.
Absolutely.
However, we both tended to agree that it probably wasn't in the cards to win another major championship.
Yeah, just based on his last, just based on his last couple of years of playing on the tour, it's just not been impressive. I mean, he comes on the scene at 20 years old, wins a major, and then just fades into the darkness. Just disappears.
Well, he was almost 30 when he did that.
Was he? Oh, I forgot he was older. Why am I thinking? Yeah.
Yeah, he's older.
So you know what? I don't know. I don't follow the lower half of the PGA Tour intently, but he just kind of went Aaron Hernandez on us and went gone forever, Aaron Hernandez. And now he's back.
Yeah, all right.
Now he's back. That was a Patriot dig, by the way.
Did you just compare Webb Simpson to Aaron Hernandez?
I did put them in the same sentence. It wasn't necessarily a comparison of their morals or values, but I did put them in the same sentence.
Wow. Is there? I'm a homer. I'm a New England Patriots fan. You know that. I bleed blue and gray and red.
It's absolutely. It's actually ridiculous. You hear muskets in your sleep.
I do. Good touchdown. Good for another Patriots first down. Yeah, those are things that resonate in my head when I fall asleep. I listen to Gil Santos every night. But
okay.
No, that is. I hope you can go back after we finish this podcast and maybe take that line out.
I'm not going to though.
Wow, it just as a sports fan.
It's not so much that I don't want to. It's the fact that I can't afford editing software. So whatever comes out of my mouth is on. So if I say something really bad in an episode, I may just not post the episode. But you're just upset because I compared Aaron Hernandez to Webb Simpson, and you're a little. You think that's taken him back.
Well, let's move on. Let's go to another subject.
All right, another subject. I got a funny one for you, by the way. I'm a Jaguars fan. Obviously, there's a lot of optimism in Jacksonville for the Jaguars' upcoming season. So you probably are not going to be able to hear this, but I'll try to play it for you so you can hear it a little bit. But it's our new theme song as a Jags fan. It's 2 minutes long. Somebody has remade it somewhere or another. I don't know where it came from, but we're going to go ahead and give it a play, and then I want to let you tell me what you think about it. All right?
Yep, you got it.
Remember that night when we got Jalen Ramsey? Next day we get Miles Jack. Hey, tell them all about it, Heels. It's gonna be a Jags day. And Mortal's gonna be hot today. And A-team can't be stopped today. And offense gonna score a lot today. Hey, it's gonna be a Jags day.
Scotty, can you hear that at all?
Our fans look fly today.
No, man.
Other teams fans gonna cry today. There's one more victory on the way. Hey,
so basically, it is
take a deep breath.
Yeah, I could hear a little beat.
Okay.
I want to, before we get into this quote.
So moral of the story is all it is. Hold on.
Scott Conn probably spent way too much money producing and paying somebody to do. Can I ask a question?
Sure, you can always ask questions here. We're it's open mic policy.
Okay, so I lived and breathed Jacksonville for about 3.5 years of my life.
Sure.
I still follow the Jags. I'll follow the Jags. Can I ask you a question? Why is it Jaguars?
Why? What are you just trying to say? What's your question? Why is it Jaguars?
Well, I'll ask the audience here. It's a Jaguar, right? Jaguar.
That's just that's your bullshit Boston accent coming through. It's a Jaguar.
A wire? That's WIRE.
Yeah, Jagwire. Jaguar.
Well, that's not the name on the jersey.
Well, that's how it's pronounced. Jaguar. Jaguar. Now here's the deal: when you're talking about cars and you have a Jaguar, okay, I don't even know if I say it right.
A Jaguar.
A Jaguar. That's what you have that's what you call it when you drive a vehicle that's called a Jaguar. Okay, it's the same thing. Porsche. When you own a Porsche, okay, I'm a redneck. I'm just a small town kid from Indiana, so I would call it a Porsche. But if I owned a Porsche, I'd call it a Porsche.
Okay.
So maybe
Both are acceptable.
So maybe Shad Khan, since he owns the Jaguars, maybe he calls them Jaguars. I can't even say it right. It's Jaguar. How do you say it again?
It's a Jaguar.
You're okay. Whatever. You're ridiculous. Anyway,
I'm from Boston. I'm supposed to not pronounce my R's, and it's a Jaguar.
Jaguar. That's too many syllables. That's too many syllables.
Okay. Well, all right.
It's just too many. It's too many syllables.
We agree to disagree. There's too many syllables in the Fighting Irish too. It should just be the Irish.
All right.
Or
don't even start me on Notre Dame football right now. This is supposed to be a short podcast. We're gonna get to Notre Dame football, and you're gonna come on with Smitty and I later.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that. I'm now an SEC fan because my son goes to Ole Miss.
Yeah, well, Ole Miss cheats a lot. It's fine. Okay, and they're gonna shut that. They ought to shut that football program down in like 2 years, or now.
Well,
whatever.
The only program in major college football that doesn't cheat is Notre Dame.
Well, that's true, and Stanford.
And Stanford.
Yeah, sometimes Duke, but they're not as good as us.
Well, they have the Heisman Trophy winner this year, and I expect they.
Their lacrosse team's a whole different story, but regardless.
I bet you their beach volleyball team is pretty stout too.
Well, anyway, man. So now that we'll get back to golf real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. Now that we're looking at the leaderboards, who's your winner? I mean, I'm just looking at the winner. Like, I'm looking at the leaderboard. Who's the guy that holds? Oh, Jason Day, by the way, has made a move. He's now at 7 under, so he could end this thing going into Saturday, being within. He's on the 15th right now. Walker's on 17. That's pretty simple for me to answer. I would probably side on Jason Day winning another major at this point in time.
You know what? I like the fact that Henrik Stenson
is there
too.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You've got at the halfway point, we could almost pick another dark horse, even though he's in the top 10. I'm going to say that Brooks Koepka is there at the end.
Okay.
He's fresh. He's been out for a little while. He's been injured. He is healthy again. The kid hits it. He's a
mile.
He hits it forever like everybody else. But I think going forward, when we talk again on Sunday night and we go over our picks from Friday night, I am fully prepared to accept that Brooks Koepka went and shot 76, 74 over the weekend. I'm still gonna pick him right now to be there at the end. But I think it might be. I might be back to, toeing the line on the chalk, as they say. I like Day, I like Stenson, and I like Speed.
Well, there's two former world number ones in there. That'd be Jason Day, and also, Jason Day is currently our former number one, right?
Yes.
Okay. And also we have Martin Keimer up there too, who's at 5.
Yeah. I don't expect. I expect them to not disappear, but I don't expect them to win.
Nor do I. But he's still there. Still another. Well, and not with Keimer and Day. Also, Fowler's there. Harris English, who's played really well over the course of the season. Patrick Reed, he's been there a little bit, but not as much as English. We've heard English's name a lot. And Robert Streep. So that's outside of Grillo. That's your top 10 right there. So covering a lot. There's some players up there, and just outside of that is Spieth and McGirt, and some other guys there, obviously. Oosthuizen. Yep.
Yeah, it's a good leaderboard.
Oosthuizen, Lingmerth.
If you look from top to bottom, I'll say this: you have bombers, and you have tacticians.
Correct.
I don't think there's any style that's going to take advantage or precedent over another at this golf course.
Well, I always look at.
Little guy.
Sorry, cut you off there, Bubba.
That's okay. That's all right. I'm usually the one that does that.
That's fair. Yeah, I was gonna say, I always look at a major championship, and if Zach Johnson's up there, it's a manageable golf course because he's the epitome of a tactician as far as finding his way around a golf course, hitting every green, putting himself in good position to win it, or at least be there. I'm not necessarily win it, but he's won a Masters, obviously, so won a couple other big tournaments as well. But yeah, Spieth is still there, Zach Johnson, and one of the guys we didn't even talk about. I first thought when this guy came on the tour about 4 years ago, I thought, man, that's the next great one, and it's Johnny Vegas, or Jonathan. I just looked at him. He's 6'4", 6'5", probably 230 pounds. He's a mammoth individual, but he just really hasn't ever broken through. So,
and he just won recently.
One of the smaller ones. I didn't pay attention.
He won the tournament opposite of the Open Championship 2 weeks ago.
Opposite of the Open Championship. That's why I didn't pay attention because I was watching the British. So
that's why. Barbasol won.
Winning's
He won the Barbasol Open.
Winning's winning. Hey, I'd love to win the Barbasol Open. I could use some shaving cream. Be nice.
No, I'm sorry. You know who did that? No, he was leading. I take that back.
Oh, Vegas lost it. So now you're lying to me.
My friend Aaron Baddeley won.
I love Bads. You know what I like about Bads? As soon as he gets over a putt, he hits it.
Yep, and he's even par. He 2 weeks ago, he was playing on a sponsor's exemption, and he had a blank bag and a blank hat. He didn't have a sponsor.
No sponsor.
And one of the best lines I heard all week on Golf Radio and on Golf Channel was, he always has this little this hair that looks like it's just he can't afford a haircut. They said, well, Tim Roseport said, well, maybe now he can afford to get a haircut.
Nah.
Probably not.
No. He's originally Aussie, right? Badly?
He's an Aussie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought he was. So, all right, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you catching up with us this afternoon. We'll see what happens on Sunday, man. Should be fun.
Yeah, well, I look forward to following up. I'm going to pay a lot more attention. I'm going to take some notes over the weekend.
Yeah,
I remember what we talked about tonight.
Exactly.
And I look forward to maybe 8, 9 o'clock on Sunday night. We'll we'll bring Smitty back in, and maybe he is wearing the crown with Buddy McGurk or Beef Johnson.
Yeah, maybe he is. He's got his two guys are still up there. Dustin Johnson's way out. Sergio's out. I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight anymore. Lingmerth, kind of.
Well, I'll finish with this. My dog in the fight is 9 over, tied with your pick for the highest score of the week.
Tie with Rock.